Hello and welcome to Talladega. We are here for the second race in the round of 12. Second of 3 races. We had New Hampshire earlier today, where we saw Smith win that race and automatically advance to the next round. We've got 12, now 11 drivers fighting for one of only 7 spots remaining in the round of 8.
Drivers, start your engine.
Kagzinski starts on the pole with Lacko starting second, Knifley third, Helmenthaler fourth, Hammock fifth, Adams sixth, Setgas seventh, Franklin eighth, Smith ninth, who has already advanced to the next round, and McGuckian 10th. Our other playoff drivers, Coatney starts in 13th, Otto Manelli starts in 16th, Yates starts in 18th, and I believe that's everybody. Oh, Shank starts all the way back in 36th. But we know Talladega's starting position doesn't really matter. Just you want to be in the front towards the beginning to avoid a potential big accident at the start. We apologize for that issue we had with the streaming. Apparently it might have went offline for a minute. The second race in the round of 12, Kagzinski on pole, Lacko on the outside, coming to the green. And we are green at Talladega. Kagzinski goes to the outside with no help. Here comes Knifley, pushed by Hammock inside of Kagzinski for the lead. As you can see in the back of the pack, they were already getting 3 wide. Hammock pushes that 48 car of Knifley out front. And Knifley will lead the first lap at Talladega. Now Hammock, non-playoff driver, going inside for the lead. Here comes Setgas and Smith, working together on bottom. Setgas inside of Knifley. And we got trouble already. Kagzinski is one of them involved. And I think I have to start going off the microphone. Oh, Shank is in it as well. And Yates, big damage on the 5. Sorry for not giving much reaction to that because I feel like I'm going to have to stop talking here for a minute. I'll be right back. I'm going to go find out something real quick. We're under caution with 3 playoff drivers involved in an early accident. at Talladega. Okay, apologies. As soon as that accident started, I had to quickly get off of the microphone. So I apologize for not announcing very much as that accident was happening, but as you can see, huge playoff change as Kaczynski in the 4 started on the pole and now wrecked here on lap 2. And you can see all the cars out of this race, one of them being Schenk in the 24, Yates in the 5, a lot of damage on that car. Five brings the car onto pit road, and he's going to retire the car from this race. Kaczynski bringing the 4 car, started on the pole and now very heavily damaged, and he's going to retire from the race as well. So 3 playoff drivers out of this race, including Schenk, who's going to finish dead last in 40th. Kaczynski will finish in 33rd, and Yates in 30th. We'll take a look at what happened. Kaczynski and Lacko, they're on the front row. Looks like maybe Yates got into Lacko. You can see Lacko kind of on the side, gets into the 4 car of Kaczynski. And we talked about Schenk starting in the back in 36th place, and that's the result of starting back there. We saw a big hit for Ridenauer in the 92. Took a very heavy impact on somebody. You see the accident, trying to slow down, slams into the bywater. And you can see how Schenk got in it as well. Getting set to go back green after a crash on lap 2 involves 3 playoff drivers and takes them all out of the race. As you'll see in the points standings when they show up, Kagzinski was on the bubble, and Yates and Sink were below the cut line. So this is going to hurt them even worse than they've already been in the spot they've already been in. And they may practically all have to be in must-win situations tomorrow at Kansas. We still have a long way to go, which can definitely change the points up. But for Kagzinski, Yates, and Sink, their day is done. Their positions are final. Yates in 30th, Kagzinski 33rd, and Sink 40th. In the lead right now is Hammock in the 12, with Setgast and Hannon running second and third. Setgast, playoff driver, along with Coatney there in 4th. Knifley in 5th, Smith in 6th, and McGuckian in 7th. Pace car goes on pit road. Stage 1 will end after lap 15. And we are back under green. Knifley inside of Coatney. Smith makes it 3 wide for third. Coatney falls back. Smith on the bottom. Smith has never won a restrictor plate race. And now running third inside of Setgast for second. You see the point standings will show that Kagzinski was on the bubble and Yates and Sink were below the cut line prior to this race. Hammock continues to lead, Smith right behind him, McGuckian now in third. Franklin working for the 4th spot. There's Hellman-Tuller behind him going up to 5th. 3, almost 4 wide. Knifley falls backwards. Hammock continues to lead, staying in front of Smith and McGuckian, non-playoff driver, looking for a first career win, completing 8 laps. 7 to go in stage 1. Otto Manelli, who is currently below the cut line, up to 8th, looking for 7th from Miller. Here comes McGuckian. Hellman-Tuller and Lacko working around the 6 car. Smith without any drafting help on the outside. And now 3 wide for second as Lacko goes to the bottom, with Hellman-Tuller and McGuckian pushed all the way to the outside. Otto Manelli right behind Lacko. McGuckian falls back. And here comes Miller now in the 11. Goes inside as Lacko goes to the bottom, trying to take the lead from Hammock. Miller peeks to the bottom. He has Hoffman behind him. Hammock without any drafting help. They go 3 wide for the lead. Otto Manelli pushing Lacko. Miller leads that lap, but here comes Hoffman pushed by Smith on the bottom. Stage 1 ends in 5 laps. The top 10 will all earn points, which will be very crucial in advancing to the next round. 3 wide for the lead, Helmenthaler on the bottom. This whole front pack now, 3 wide. This whole front pack getting tight, trying to all finish in the top 10 in stage 1. And trying to win stage 1. If they're a playoff driver, then they get that point, which will be effective in the round of 8. And every point matters. 3 wide as now Coatney makes it 3 wide for the lead. Helmenthaler on the outside, Setgas in the middle. 4 wide behind them. Look at this front pack. It is all packed in. One little mistake can send this whole field to the junkyard as they're all trying to just make it to the end of stage 1. Here comes Simeon and Cox on the bottom, looking for the lead. Simeon will take it. Now Cox is going to go inside of Simeon with Lacko pushing her. This is packed. Otto Manelli getting into the side of Rigsby. You can see all the playoff drivers, Hammock, or not Hammock, but Helmenthaler, Smith, McGuckian, all there in the back. They all will get torn up if an accident starts in the middle. Will they make it around 2 more times? I don't think they will. There's just no way that they'll make it back around 2 more laps. And you can see it happening there. Big crash into turn number 1. Otto Manelli's in it. Setgast. Oh, huge hit for Clayton, and somebody else slammed into the side of her. You can see the carnage over in turn number 1. Setgast, a lot of damage on that car. Helmenthaler may have been involved, but if he was, looks like very minor damage. Let's go and take a look at what happened. Looks like Clayton looks like 2 separate things may have happened actually. We're gonna have to check on that, but watch this. Bam, as the 27 rams 27 and the 1 of Benjamin slam into that 47 car. Bam, that is a hit by Austin. Let's watch it one more time. Watch the 27 and the 47. That is a vicious hit there. Drivers did race back to the line, and it was Adams taking the lead. And he's going to win this stage as we are on the final lap of stage 1. Well, maybe not. Cars coming down pit road. And with where the start-finish line is, stage 1 could be decided by who comes off pit road first. or if someone decides to stay out and win the stage. Doesn't look like anyone's deciding to do that. So we'll see who's going to win stage 1. It's all a race on pit road, as looks like gas only. And Franklin's going to be the first one off pit road. He's going to cross the line. And give him that stage 1 win. You can see damage on the side of the 48 of Knifley. So stage 1 is complete. Franklin wins the stage, Hannon 2nd, Cox 3rd, Lacko 4th, Miller 5th. Simeon 6th, Weidenhoff 7th, Hoffman 8th, McGuckian 9th, and Bray 10th. Into this race, he was last in points. This is going to hurt him big time. Now he's going to practically be in a must-win situation. Four playoff drivers out of this race, and all 4 of them were in the bottom 5 in points. Helmenthaler in the 13 was below the cut line prior to this race, but he is still running it in it. While everyone else below the cut line and the bubble driver of Kaczynski is out. Question now is, are the 4 eliminated drivers pretty much confirmed to be Otto Manelli, Kaczynski, Yates, and Schenk? We still have a long way to go, and we still have another race to go. Setgast is pretty heavily damaged. He's not super healthy on points. Looks like Coatney was involved in the crash as well. Let's go through the accident. On board with Knifley. Got to find out how this accident happened. First of all, you can see Rigsby kind of clipping the side of the 14. You can see in the back first, Clayton in the 47 gets into Helmenthaler in the 13, but at the same time, as you watch down here, Rigsby's kind of pushing Otto Manelli down. This crash does not happen because of what happens behind them. Actually, it may have started with Weidenhoft in the 37. As you can see, he goes up, kind of clips Rigsby. Actually, I do not believe that it was because of him. So we had two separate things happen, which created this big overall crash. And then you see that impact. Did you see the 99 of Rick go through this? Watch the yellow and black car coming through here. There he is. He goes right through it. Oh, kind of gets into the side of Otto Manelli there. But wow, what a show. You must have saw through his windshield going through that wreck. Coming back to the green with as stage 1 is complete, there will be 12 to go in stage 2. Franklin is leading. Hannon 2nd, Lacko 3rd, Cox 4th, and Miller 5th. Coming back to the green, we're going to have to click through the field here really quick to try and fix some damage bugs we are seeing. We are back under green. Franklin, the stage 1 winner. Cox goes to the outside, does not get a great restart, and she does not have any help. Here comes Lacko being pushed by Miller. And now Miller sneaking underneath the 20 car with Simeon behind him. And Simon's going to go under Miller now, making it 3 wide. That's for the 3rd spot. Simeon clears for 3rd. Hoffman looking for 4th. I'm going to have to click through the field one more time. I apologize for that. Unless the back of the 2 actually does have damage, which does seem to be the case. But regardless, Simeon is up to 2nd, despite a damaged rear end. And right behind Franklin in the 88, and he's going to go for the lead now as Cox follows. You see about more than half the field going to the bottom. How about Bray in the 9 running there in the top 5? Couple drivers running in this pack looking for career win number 1, including Cox in the 98, Adams in the 79, Bray in the 9. See Weidenhoft in the 37. He must have gotten through this accident, because he's still running in this lead pack. Simeon the new leader, but here comes Smith on the inside. 10 laps to go in stage 2. You see the points on top of the screen. This is prior to today's race, with Kagzinski, Schenk, Otto Manelli, and Yates out of this race. That's going to definitely change the points. You can see this lead pack much smaller than it was before the most recent accident. It is now just about 15, maybe even less than 15 cars. Yeah, 13 cars. Helmenthaler gets pushed to 3rd. He was below the cut line prior to this race, but he's now the only driver in the that was in the bottom 5. still in the race. So this is definitely going to be a great race for him in advancing to the next round. As we see Miller inside of Smith, that's for the lead. Again, thank you for watching here at Talladega. We've got Kansas tomorrow night to decide who advances to the round of 8 and who is out. We've got the 3 races of the round of 8 all in consecutive days after that, from Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then we have our championship race on Sunday. As you can see, Miller leading. Bray is back towards the front. Whoops, they are 3 wide for the lead, or for second rather. Cox pushed by McGuckian. Cox is the only female driver now running in this lead pack. McGuckian going to go inside for second. Miller, who was eliminated in the round of 16 a couple days ago, now leads at Talladega. But not for long, McGuckian goes to the bottom, pushed by Lacko. Those two are former teammates. McGuckian takes the lead. Lacko now goes to the bottom. Here comes Adams to give the 20 car a push. McGuckian stays clear and goes in front of Lacko. Adams inside of Lacko for second. 3 wide for fourth is Miller, Hoffman, and Franklin. You can see Helmenthaler just now coming off of pit road. Looks like he may have had an unscheduled pit stop and go back a couple laps ago. Yeah, here he is coming down pit road. And now Helmenthaler has scored 1 lap down. And the issues arise for the drivers who are on the bottom of the standings. As out of everyone in the bottom 5 in standings, 4 of them are out and 1 of them is a lap down. Everyone else still in this race, however. This time by now 5 laps to go in stage 2 at Talladega. And coming to 3 to go, about to put Setgas a lap down. Playoff driver now. He's the second playoff driver to be a lap down that is still in this race, as Smith is now leading. And this is going to hold up the entire outside line of Simeon, Bray, McGuckian, and Cox. McGuckian finds a hole to go to the inside. Remember, the top 10 will earn stage points, and where they finish at the end of the stage decides how many points they get, which is very, very critical. Perfect example, Yates finished third earlier today at New Hampshire, yet once the points were added, he was still 10 points below the cut line because he did not earn any stage points in either of the two stages. And now out of this race, he's going to be even more than 10 points out after today. 2 laps to go in stage 2. It's Smith leading, Franklin in second, Adams in third. The yellow flag will be displayed once the stage is complete. Stage winner will earn 10 points and 1 playoff point, which will be effective in the round of 8. Which Smith, who has already won, he is already locked into the next round. So he knows he's going to be in the round of 8, so he's looking for that playoff point to make his advantage just a little bit more better. A little bit better, I guess, should be the more proper way to say that, as we are on the final lap of stage number 2. Franklin right behind Smith. Franklin won stage 1. We'll see if he makes any move off this final corner to try to win stage 2. Remember where the start-finish line is, as we have lap car of Donato. Apologies for that, I had to throw the yellow flag by typing it in. And coming to the line to win stage number 2, it's going to be, looks like Smith at the line. He wins stage 2. Franklin second, Miller third, Hoffman fourth, McGuckie in fifth, Adams sixth, Simeon seventh, Weidenhoft eighth, Lacko ninth, and Hannon 10th. Stage 2 is complete at Talladega, and we are under our third caution of the day. Franklin first one off pit road, followed by Miller. Smith comes out third. You can see everyone else coming off pit road now. field trying to get lined up. We'll see where everyone stands under caution after stage 2 here at Talladega. Coming to the green this time by, we see where our playoff drivers are. Franklin is our leader. Smith runs in 3rd. McGuckin is there in 5th. Lacko in 7th. We then have Coatney in 21st and Knifley in 22nd. They are both on the lead lap. We then have 2 drivers 1 lap down. Helmenthaler and Setgas. You can see Helmenthaler actually not technically scored 1 lap down as he's in front of the leader. He did not pit. So if we see another caution and Helmenthaler is running in front of the leaders, then he will get back on the lead lap. But Otto Manelli, Yates, Kagzinski, and Schenk, they are out of this race. Knifley, Coatney, and Setgas, they are all pretty heavily damaged. So we really only have 5 clean playoff cars still in this race, and one of them is a lap down, Helmenthaler. but he will try and fight to try and get back on the lead lap and hope for a caution. Getting set for the final stage. We will have 23 laps to decide it. We're gonna restart with Donato and Helmenthaler in front of our leaders. Donato should be a sitting duck, but we'll see how Helmenthaler. We never saw him get damaged in any accident, and that car should still be fast. And we are back green at Talladega. We're going to click through our field real fast to try and fix some damage issues that we are seeing. Franklin gets caught behind the 8 of Donato. And Miller squeezes by. He's going to take the lead. Smith follows as Franklin is stuck behind that 8 car. He's going to fall back about 10 spots. And now Donato goes in front of Weidenhoft. And now in front of Hoffman, really slowing down this restart. As you can see what our lead pack is now. But it's not over. The cars back there will try their best to catch up. It is Smith leading, McGuckian now in second, Miller third, and then 3 wide for fourth is Cox, Lacko, and Adams. And we have Helmenthaler kind of sneaking back there. Couple cars further back trying to stay within this lead pack. Miller inside of McGuckian for second. Smith continues to lead. He's already advanced, but if he wins this race, he will win 5 more playoff points for the round of 8, which can really help in his chances of making Homestead. Miller in second, Adams rather. He is a rookie looking for his first career win, and trying to do that at Talladega. He's running third. Top 6 runs single file now. Adams goes to the bottom but does not have any push. You can see Franklin, Weidenhoft, and the rest of the pack, including Helmenthaler, failing to be able to stay with this top 6. They're going to have to regroup, try to make their own pack and be faster than them. But that's going to be tough with cars like Smith, Miller, McGuckian, Lacko, Adams, Cox. Some very strong teams all in this lead pack. 20 laps to go at Talladega now. Miller goes inside for the lead, and looks like he will take it. You see the pack of cars further back, none of them in the playoffs, except for Franklin. Trying to make their own pack, and we'll see if they have any success in trying to track down the leaders. McGuckian inside of Miller for the lead. We expect to see a lot of shuffling in this top 8, at least for a good while, or this top 6 rather. Two by two, you see Cox also looking for her first career win. Inside of Miller, that's for second. Lacko coming behind her. McGuckian goes in front of her. And now going to make it 3 wide for second. Four wide, Lacko makes it. and this kind of 3-4 wide is what's gonna cause, we'll see a bit of contact between Lacko and Cox, is what's gonna allow this pack to catch up if they run single file. If they get out of the 4 wide situation, Lacko aggressive move to get up to second. Three wide for fourth now, Miller falling backwards, along with Smith. And we'll see how this affected the difference in lap time. A lap ago, 7th place was 6 seconds behind the leader. Now they're about 5.6 seconds behind the leader, so the other pack has made up a bit of ground. They're still kind of grouping together. They're a little bit spread out right now. They just need some time to make their own pack, and then we'll see if they can find the speed to catch up to the top 6. Meanwhile, McGuckian leads, 17 to go at Talladega. Coming up on the slow 8 car, they put him in the middle. All the top 6 easily get by. Donato in the 8, no issue there, and that's good for them, as the other pack probably not going to be able to get by the 8 car as easily, and so that's definitely going to slow them down pretty drastically and allow this top 6 to pull away even more. Right now they're not worried about trying to be in front. They're mostly trying to break away from the other pack as much as possible, and so far they're doing a good job at doing that. And then when we come down to the final couple laps, then they will race for the win. But for now, you can see all this shuffling going on. Who's in first doesn't really matter, as Lacko gets into McGuckian. They go back up the track. Can they save it? No! 23 gets turned. Into the 6, into the 20. And we are going to see the caution flag fly. A crash involving 3 of our playoff drivers, McGuckian in the 23. Smith, who's already advanced, he was trying to win this race, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen anymore. And Lacko in the 20. And this is a huge break for everyone who was outside the top 6. And that is not the caution Miller, Adams, and Cox wanted to see, as although this does eliminate 3 of the probably the 3 top contenders, they now have a big pack of cars behind them. Let's go back and see what happened. Looks like Lacko just gets into the side of the 23. The 23 gets clipped down the track, and then Lacko kind of pushes the 23 back up. Adams choosing to come onto pit road. He was running second. He's going to surrender second to make a pit stop here. I think track position definitely more important than tires at this point. We'll see if he even changes tires at all. Maybe he eats a pit. He was not going to make it on gas. Looks like he's going to get only gas, which I would have changed tires if I were him. There's no hurt in doing that. And after that, now look at our top 5. Miller is leading, Cox is second, Weidenhoff is third, Simeon is fourth, Bray is 5th. Franklin gets back in the lead pack. We got drivers such as Hannon and Rick who could spoil this race. Adams comes off of pit road. 11 to go at Talladega under caution. And just an update, I'm probably not going to be able to announce the rest of this race. We'll keep it on for you. Hope it's an exciting one. Enjoy the last several laps.